link. And Uncle Phil, it's is good to be back, my man.
It's amazing to be back. Good job, WIGNZ. Started setting up at 3:00 today so that we weren't rushed at the end. So we came on right on time and
Right on
no
time.
technical glitches. So congratulations for that.
Yeah.
But it's good. It seems like everything's coming back post-COVID, which is a good thing for us because we've got a lot going on. So it's super exciting to be talking to you guys again and talking about some of the things that we do have going on.
And so just like we've done in the last webinar, I shouldn't say in all the webinars, but we're going to post a link right now for you guys as investors because we are live and we talked to Bruce last time, a Yolo Rum investor. He actually jumped in here and so we want you to do the same. The link went into the YouTube page. I will put it in the Facebook investor group as well. But if you guys actually want to jump in here, what's up, Travis? If you guys actually want to jump in here and get involved and ask us the questions, like we're all about it this time.
And tell us if we're overmodulated too. It sounds like we're popping some peas.
Popping the peas. I'm probably just popping the peas. I'm probably just a little too close in there. Sub WIGNZ, sub Uncle Phil. I can't see who everyone is, so I'm going to open up the Facebook page. But let's get into it. Do we jump off with Missouri? I mean, I know we have the video from Missouri, but do we?
I think let's just start talking about everything that we've kind of been working on from the beginning of the summer till right now, kind of what's gone on since the last time we had our last webinar. I think that's taking things in chronological order. I think that's the best thing to do because so much is going on.
I agree. Well, we did the chicken fight. Chicken fight was with the network of I'm from Denver. That is my company. We were able to get involved with dining out in their chicken fight event, and so there was over 2,000 people that went to Elitch Gardens, and were able. It wasn't a real chicken fight. People think it's a real chicken fight for some reason. It wasn't a real chicken fight. It was chicken wing battle and a hot wing battle, and so we actually got to be there. Yolo Rum. We had the voting booth by us, and then Larry Uliberry, Phil, the whole Yolo team. Everyone was giving out the drinks.
Yeah, it was an amazing event. We were just slammed. We served, I think, close to 3,000 drinks, which is a record for Yolo Rum. We got it in a lot of people's mouths. A lot of people were excited that we were there. It's exciting to start having events again, getting out, people getting together in groups, and that's really where we thrive. So it's good to see things coming back to how they were pre-COVID because
everyone's ready to drink.
Yeah, everybody's ready to drink. But,
so we did chicken fight, and then we had Top Taco, and then Rare. And so it was just great to get out there, and through that, so to kind of go show you guys the value of that, because we did the voting for that, people were able to sign up via their email and their phone number, and that information comes to us. So now we can kind of retarget and repurpose the Yolo Rum message.
We're really trying to grow our list, and data is king right now for sure. And we want to grow our mailing list. We have a great place to start with everybody, all of our investors, but we are trying to add to that list. And those are the best ways to go. So, again, thank you for all the hard work that you put on that. And Kevin did, and it was a team effort.
You know what we're forgetting is it was at Top Taco, the investors that actually came out and helped us with that event. We put a message on the Facebook investor page and said, hey, whoever wants to come out and help us with this event. And a lot of you actually, they showed up and man, they put in the work. Like literally, it wasn't all fun.
They did. And, thank you guys for everything that you guys are doing behind the scenes. We have some things going on that you guys will be able to help us with. We're going to do our affiliate program, which is something we've been talking about for a long time. And it's a way that everybody's going to be able to get involved. And we just have there's a lot of good energy right now. And our investors, they bring the energy. They really motivate us every single day. So it was great seeing everybody come out. And thank you guys for the support.
John Granville says YOLO from Southern Oregon Coast.
John.
Jubilee's on there. Hi, y'all. Derek Fling. Everyone's watching us. Thank you, guys. Again, if you guys click on that link, you can jump in, but no pressure if you don't want to get in here. So we've been doing the events. The events have been fun, but there's also been some things in Florida that have been happening with events out there, right?
In Florida specifically, what's going on in Florida?
I don't know if we're talking about...
No.
Okay, not yet.
We just don't want to jinx things, before.
But there's something good. There's something.
Yeah.
Good
We're working on a lot of things. Our CEO, Jennifer Carroll, is out there hustling for us every single day, which we appreciate all the hard work and the effort, and Nolan too, and everything that they're doing to hold it down for us in Florida. So we constantly have things that are percolating in Florida, and now that like I said, we're past COVID, a lot of things are starting to happen for us. So I'm really excited about that. But the things we can talk about are launching in Missouri.
Okay.
We've sent out a couple pallets now to Missouri, and then also Louisiana. So those are, since the last time we spoke, those are 2 states. Those are states that we had been working on. We had to get compliance, we had to get our licenses, and it all came together, and we actually have shipped product to those states. I was really fortunate to be able to. I just got back from St. Louis.
You and some of the YOLO team went out there, right?
Sam and I went out there and we did ride-alongs with Brad and Andy, and Jim is the head of the team out there. Our distributor out there is fantastic. It's just amazing to have a great partnership and roll out. And we did amazing.
We got even video from it. So let's show the video so that we're not just talking about it. We get to show everyone watching what it was all about.
Sounds good.
Ooh, a lot of places, man. Even that restaurant at the end.
We had a lot of places. Everybody was super excited about it. Missouri is definitely a rum market. Thank you for everything that Nicholas Bolden did for us out there. And then sponsoring Charles Johnson. He's doing an amazing job. He's gotten some tough fights. His first fight in the UFC was an incredibly tough fight, and he's lined up for another tough one. But I felt like people were ready for us when we got out there, and we opened up at least 10 new accounts. Some of them are chain stores. They want to see how we're going to perform in the chains. But it was good to get out there and just open up new accounts, ride along, kind of just
see something new again. And get a new state. Well, John Martinez, we got him on here. I don't know if you can hear us, John, but we pulled you into the room. Like we said, we guys set you up with that link. So if you wanted to come in here and ask us questions, I don't know if, John, you want to turn on your camera or your audio, but we have you in here. Are you there? Johnny. Hi, Johnny. Let me know when you turn your camera on. I can see you here on the side, and we'll pull you back in. Super exciting though, just to be able to be out there in Missouri. I'm stoked. I'm bummed I didn't get to go out there with you guys. Was the weather nice? Did you get to see much around the town? I mean, you drove everywhere.
Oh yeah, we got to see a lot of the city, and it's a gigantic city, and the suburbs are just it's just a huge geographical space to kind of cover. But the great thing is out there's a lot of chains. And then the most amazing thing is we've really been telling people since the beginning, our strength is, and really what equalizes the playing ground between us and large companies is our technology part of what we do. And the social media, the digital media, getting out there, taking those videos. And so they were highly receptive to what we do out there.
That's awesome.
It's nice because people before would just kind of go right over their head.
But now everyone's kind of adapted that they need social media.
Have kind of figured out what exactly we're doing.
It dawned on me with the Florida thing was the hukalau. We didn't talk about the hukalau.
We didn't talk about hukalau. Yeah. Hukalau was an amazing event. And
this is where the shirt's from, right?
And that is where the shirt is from. It was great to get out, be seen with national brands, and be associated. Thanks to Richard and Jim for helping us make that happen. Connecting it was
a bunch of who all came out there, because it was like I don't want to say
it's a cult the largest. Well, it is kind of a cult following, but it's the largest tiki party in the country. And
so everyone, did they have on the Hawaiian shirts?
Oh yeah, everybody's got on Hawaiian shirts,
yeah.
And it's an amazing event.
That's
honestly.
Awesome.
There were some great rums out there, and we really went out there, and we kind of guerrilla hijack things a little bit, but we had a great showing out there. We went out there with our t-shirts. We represented strong. I was super proud of, how we did represent out there. And it was great because our CEO came down and Nolan came down and
It's a
Sam and
team
I,
effort. It always
yeah,
is.
it's always a team effort, but we really represented strongly down there. We're looking forward to next year, and hopefully some of you guys can come down and join us down there. It's in
Or even
Pompano Beach, Florida.
or even any of the next events. I love being able to tell everyone about all the events. Or maybe there's, like you said, the UFC fighter is out there in Florida or out there in Missouri. It's like
Yeah, Charles Johnson.
we just need to do more of connecting with you guys and making sure you guys know so you can come to those events. The other thing that we had was the Florida Rum Society tasting. We did a Zoom with that with myself and Larry Ulibarri. We sent everyone a I don't even like calling it swag because that's an insult to what they actually got. But you sent them a whole bunch of gear. It was a group of people that drink the rum via the Zoom, but you sent them a whole bunch of swag, and they
And we
loved that.
custom designed a tube which had that tiki on there again, and that's a connection that we had made at Hukilau, and it was incredible. I was unable to participate live. I did record a message for everybody, and then we, of course, put everything together and organized it to get it to them. But again, we were in front of 50 people that were rum enthusiasts
and knew a lot about rum, and so that was one of the reasons why we wanted to come back here too, because we usually go on the green screen, but there we don't play around when we get to actually taste all the rums and know who the competitors are or rums that are similar, and those guys were the exact same way. They even one of the guys that went in there, and I wish I could remember his name, it's Scott, I believe. He actually had a 14-year-old Don Pancho, and ours is aged 10 years from Don Pancho, and did a tit for tat kind of tasting between the two rums, and he was like, wow, this blew me away. So it was great to hear feedback from people who are just in the rum space.
It's great to know that people even know who Don Pancho is. We went out there were all of those national brands out there, and I pretty much sat there and straight up told people that Don Pancho is the best rum maker in the world, the best rum blender in the world, the best ronero in the world, and nobody would dispute that. And that's the best thing about being at those events. And a couple dozen different brands heard me spitting that game, and nobody disputed that. So we were really lucky to be involved with Don Pancho.
I believe this is Ashley. I can't see all the names on here, but Ashley on Facebook said that she had an international gay rodeo in Santa Fe, provided bottles to a few winners. It was a hit and a hoot. Dwayne Dodson says, hello, Yolo fam. Travis says, give us the juice. The product placement is prime. Derek says, looks like new tops on the bottles. Does that mean new corks? No, you want to explain what those tops of the bottles were?
Well, in terms of which
he's probably seen with the top of the paper that went on top.
Yes. So those are just bottleneckers is what they're called. And they basically have on them that it's pure rum, no additives, gluten-free, sugar-free. And that's something that we really want to drive home. It's not something that's on the label, but it's something that we want everybody to see. Tito's really cut their teeth on that. And Tito's has something very similar on the top of their bottles. I'm not going to say that we bit Tito's, but it is a good idea. And it really gets our message out there. So that's what those are. But talking about that, I have literally some just prototypes of the new toppers and really what they're going to look like. And I'm excited about that. Do you want to
grab them, or do you not want to show just yet?
Sure, I'll grab. Well, I mean, they look simple, but I'll go.
We got the bottles lit here perfectly. We can throw a little topper on that and show that. We got Bless Style 1914 says, what's going on, Wig? Miss you guys. I miss you too. I don't know who Bless Style is, but maybe if I saw you on YouTube, I would know. Jonathan, you mentioned Florida a few minutes ago. Will Yolo be doing anything during Biketoberfest in Daytona? We don't have anything planned. Sam is the man behind the keyboard right now answering these questions. We don't have anything planned yet, but he said we're going to look into it. Oh, it's Bruce. Bruce, what's up, buddy? There he is. He answered who he is.
There's a synthetic cork, and it looks very similar. Of course, this is black. There'll be silver and there'll be gold, and then also it'll be embossed Yolo Rum on the top, which currently the ones that we have are just plain. And when I say they're just plain, these things are super expensive, and we'll actually be getting these new ones. They're made in Brooklyn, New York, and we'll be saving money from the natural cork, and it's an environmental thing, but it's a very similar experience, honestly. So cool. We're excited, and some people have had them break off, but I was looking at, I have a bottle of a very expensive rum here, and the same thing happened. Natural cork is natural cork, and it's not predictable, but we're excited to get to these. We're really excited to get to these because here in Colorado, it's so dry that it prevents any evaporation from the bottles.
Oh, that's awesome.
So
Lieutenant Commander Carol, she's watching right now. If you guys want to say hello, she's also in the chat on the Facebook group. She said, Phil, talk about your visit to Panama and being with Don Pancho. You and I, we just skip over all these
Oh
big
my
things.
gosh,
Right?
so much has happened. And
Nolan went out there.
honestly, yeah, Nolan went out there. Nolan is actually the person that inspired that. He was going down for a football program down there and wanted to see if we could coordinate a trip out to the distillery. It was an amazing trip. We got to see the future of our company and really moving our company into the future. And then it was just an incredible experience overall. It was great to see the capacity has really grown since we really went out there from the first time. And of course, the best part about the entire trip was seeing Don Pancho and having him interact with my wife. It was amazing because he gave us actually a really special bottle. If you could hand me that box right there, yes. He actually gave this to quote unquote me, but actually more Jessica, my wife. But this is actually a Don Pancho 33-year rum celebrating the 500th anniversary of Panama, and it has a certificate and it's signed by him. So it was great to see Don Pancho. He gave us that incredible gift. As you can see, I've tasted a little bit of it. Don Pancho is amazing. He is the rum god. And we're just so fortunate to have this relationship in Panama, to go down there, to really have this accessibility. In the past, it was always a little bit difficult to get down there and actually get this kind of access. And I really appreciate Nolan kind of really pushing to be, to want to go down there. And we found out that in the future, Rum is going to have a little office at the distillery, and we will be able to basically host people at the distillery, doing distillery tours, and then actually seeing where Yolo Rum comes from. And then the beautiful thing about it is the distillery is 10 minutes from the beach in Panama.
Okay, I didn't even know that. And so I want to merge those two topics together because we're about to launch this affiliate program. The goal with the affiliate program, if you're unfamiliar with that, is basically to give you guys your own URL and be able to track your online rum sales, right? So we give you that opportunity to just do your thing, pitch your product, but then at the same time reward you for however many bottles you sell or help us move as a company. But then I'm like, what better trip to reward someone with than to go out there? And
it would be an amazing incentive, and any way that you guys could get down there to join us for that. And if it's maybe, I mean, even if you guys, if you can't afford it, you help us with the incentive program. But if you can afford it, you pay to come down. But
yeah,
I think it's an amazing experience. It's amazing to see where the rum comes from,
and see your brand, your guys' brand. You're going to be up close
and see it real for life, and actually be there and experience it. But it's something that, I mean, we're growing as a company, and we survived COVID, and we're nimble, and people want to see things happen quickly for us. This is not an industry where things happen quickly, because it is an old, ancient industry. But things are happening for us post COVID,
and we're moving ahead digitally. And I think the being able to reward people for helping us with those online sales and giving you guys your own URL, like Scott Farmer, you could have farmer.yolorum.com, for example, and now you have your own landing page to where you can put your friends, your family into the mix of getting Yolo Rum. So our goal, while the timeline, Sam is going to kill me for saying the timeline, but I'm going to put it out there. We were trying to do it before the holidays, right? We want to give you guys that incentive. Whether it'll get done, it's a work in progress. But now that I said it, we probably should make sure we try to get that done as soon as we can.
We have a couple things kind of pending on it. We actually have an opportunity with doing some Twitch influencer things, which is really good because for us, we don't have to put money up front to do this incentive program. And so it's right now we're highly motivated to do it. We're really looking, any avenue that is just, low cost, and we get a great results.
Low cost, high reward.
Low cost, high reward. That is like our philosophy, and
that's why I do the penny slots when I go gambling. That's
but things are happening, so it's exciting because we are opening up new states. We're getting back to Panama, like honestly, that's the first time we've been down since COVID, and it was an amazing trip. Our CFO went down with us, John Granville, and his wife Brooke. That was amazing. They were able to get down there because I always talk about this, and it seems like it's all magic, and that it's, sometimes for me, you almost have to pinch me to to believe that this is all real. But Don Pancho is real. Panama is real. The distillery,
Google is real.
the distillery is real. And when we first started, the irony is that the rumors on the internet is that Don Pancho was an imaginary character. And so we really, with the SEO on Don Pancho, you still today Google search Don Pancho and Yolo Rum comes right up on the top. So
Johnny says nice. Bruce says said you guys are looking good. It's the YOLO. It's the sugar-free YOLO. Thanks, Bruce. He's excited also to have the URL. That's a good idea. Here's something that Phil and I literally were talking about yesterday, and we don't have anything locked in, but another investor event potentially, and having everyone come together and having some type of event now that COVID's done. Does that look like it's on our radar sometime soon?
Oh, absolutely. We're pretty much wide open for suggestions, anything you guys have going on. We're always down for charitable events. But yes, that is something that is full wide open. We have another investor that actually approached us about, they're actually producing a horror movie. So they approached us and they were like, hey, is there a fit here? And the great thing is they're producing content. They're already shooting video. They're already on set. They're on scene. And they're very creative people, and we share a lot of common things together. So there is a way to work with them. But any way that any ideas that any investors have, like we're just game, because we can pivot on a dime, and it really is collectively everything that we're all doing together. But I really feel like coming out of COVID, like we have some good mojo right now. Like we have a lot of good momentum. We're pushing
mojo,
through
YOLO.
a lot of
YOLO mojo,
a lot of good YOLO mojo for sure. And I really feel like there's a lot of energy. I know there's a lot of energy because I'm getting pulled in a lot of positive directions, where in the past it was like, we really were just idling. But even today, on really what the future looks like with what we're doing with our creatives, a lot of things have come together just even in the last day or so that will really.
You give us a few YOLO Rum cocktails and the ideas get flowing.
Well, that's what it's all about. And we're creative people. And, honestly, we have more brains than we have money. And right now that's really what's most important, honestly.
All right, we're going to try this again. I don't know if we can pull it. John Martinez will try to jump back in. John, if you're there, jump on in. Let us know. Otherwise, we have Charles Johnson fight. His next UFC fight is November 19th, so that's coming up next month. John, are you there? Let me see. Hold on.
Yeah, I'm here. How's it
Turn
going?
up the volume a little bit. Are you there, John?
Yeah. Sorry.
What's up, man? How are you?
John.
Good. Doing good.
What's going on, man? What's you drinking some YOLO and watching the webinar right now?
Yep. Just hang back, relaxing, just trying to get caught up. I haven't been able to get online and see what's going on, but I've been part of this since the beginning, so just wanted to get informed and see what's going on with everything. So
we're coming out the other side of this pandemic on fire, man. That's what's going on.
Good.
And I say that's that with like it's just such a relief. And honestly, coming on to do these, informing you guys what's going on. We always want to come out with good news and make sure that we have news. And there are a lot of positive things going on. So it's exciting to be talking to you guys.
And talking to John right now, and Bruce even last time, it's really cool to talk to you guys, because it's like you probably do have questions or you have ideas, and it's like just to bring you into this mode with us it's like it motivates us.
So did you have a specific question, or
No. I was just online, just wanted it popped up, so saying that we were having this, so just wanted to come on, say what's up, and
thank you.
Excited for everything that we're doing, and hopefully just we continue this journey. So I'm in.
Thank you very much. We appreciate the support. I mean, that's the motivation. I love it's fun to come out and talk about good stuff, and we have a lot of good stuff going on. So
And
thank you for cheering us on, because we're working hard on this every day.
And man, as soon as that affiliate program is set up and you get your own URL, like you really are going to be able to pitch your brand, your product, your rum to your friends and family, and then at the same time get rewarded for it. And so, shoot, maybe we're going to end up hanging out with John in Panama because he sold all the rum through the affiliate program. You never know.
That's right.
Well, I can't see you now, John, but we'll see you in Panama.
One way or the other, we got to get down there. And I mean, honestly, if we get to the promised land where we're trying to go, like we will take everybody down to Panama with us, all of our investors. And, obviously we have huge aspirations and dreams for really what could happen, but we were probably 1,000,000,000 to 1 shot for anything to happen. And I really honestly believe now that we're into like percentages. And so like we've almost beat all of the odds. So even if it's, 99 to 1 or 100 to 1 shot that we're going to make it, to me, it's like guaranteed success. And we're not going to stop till we actually succeed. And we're still highly motivated. We're still getting out there. It was actually awesome pounding the streets in St. Louis and really connecting with people, because we have something that everybody wants.
Yes, and according to Lieutenant Commander Carroll, who's in the thread right now, this is the marketing we need: gluten-free, sugar-free, no additives, and rum to its purest form.
And that's why we put the bottlenecker on there. And I have to give her 100% of the credit for making that happen, and actually all the way through production and sending those to us. But we've been diligently putting them on every single bottle. So it's an excellent addition to what we have going on. But absolutely.
Hey, John, just make sure that you stay in the Yolo Rum Facebook group if you're not already. There's the Yolo Rum Investors. But thank you for jumping on. And
we'll do this more often, John.
Yeah. And we'll get that URL set up so you can just be empowered to help us move your brand.
Right on. I appreciate that. Thanks, gentlemen.
Yeah, thank you for getting on with us, man. We appreciate it. Hopefully everything's going good for you, man, post-COVID, because it definitely changed everybody's life, like it or not. So hopefully you're doing well, man.
YOLO.
YOLO. Yeah, we made it, and we have to celebrate life, honestly. And it's time to start celebrating life again. And I'm very thankful for that. And, is it too soon to say YOLO? I do not think it's too soon. I think right now is the time to say YOLO.
Scott Farmer just joined us. Hello, Scott. What's going on? Leanne says, when will the URL be shared? So Sam, I already know, is mad at me for for giving us a timeline for that. But we'll get that going. So it's coming up soon, Leanne. And then, I agree with Lieutenant Commander Carroll that it's just sugar-free, gluten-free, and rum to its purest form. The more you can tell that to people, the more that they are just like blown away by what that is.
And that was my 30-second pitch when I was walking into those stores. Absolutely.
Sugar-free, gluten-free,
Yellow rum. The first
I'm Uncle
thing
Phil,
was,
sugar-free, gluten-free.
This is the best. This is the best rum in the world. That gets their attention, and I tell them it's made by the best rum maker in the world. And then I tell them it's the real deal, no additives, pure rum, aged 10 years in charred American white oak. The silver, aged at least 2 years in virgin oak, and they're sugar-free and gluten-free. And people were going nuts for it in Missouri. Colorado, it's a tough sale. Colorado is just a tough rum market. It was really energizing to be able to go to another market and people really being excited about rum in general, and seeing other Don Pancho rums on the shelves and a bunch of other rums. I actually came back with a rum that I really wanted, that was a special edition in a special box. It was from Flor de Caña, which is produced. It's a sister company of ours. Basically, they own our distillery. So much love to Flor de Caña, but they have no problems. They're being distributed and pushed by Brown and Foreman, and so they're and they have breakthrough. So they're doing good.
We had Leanne say, "Hey, where's it sold at?" And it's like that's always been the ever. I wouldn't say problem, but Drizzly and online orders. That's how you find this stuff.
If you're
right
here
away
in town, Drizzly,
yeah,
because we're constantly fighting for shelf space, and we just don't have the traditional like feet on the street that big companies have, and so we're constantly competing for it. And what happens is the sales reps from the other distributors go in and they basically buy our bottles off of the shelves, or they move us to the bottom shelf, or they move us to the back of the store so that we sit or that we don't sell. So politically getting that space on the shelves until, until it is a well-known brand, until people are coming in and requesting it all the time. The best way right now is to get it through Drizzly, because the people that are selling it and selling it well have it in stock all
and
the
also
time.
buy.yolorum.com if you're not in Colorado and you're somewhere else.
Absolutely.
And we're also evolving that program of the online sales as
We're
well.
constantly
But that's going to
working
be
on that
yes,
direct-to-consumer
exactly.
platform and expanding that. And then definitely all of our marketing in the future is really geared toward that direct-to-consumer, which really changed through COVID. But that really evens the playing field too between us and the big companies, because we really can go directly to the consumer
and
and
you
get
guys
them a
can help
better
us do
product.
that. Bruce says he shared Yolo Rum in Dominican Republic with the #1 chocolate maker in the world. I think a Yolo Rum chocolate would be a rum ball, a Yolo Rum ball
And
chocolate.
chocolate is a tropical. I mean, they're famous for their chocolate down there, and so, well, thank you, Bruce. We appreciate it.
Always,
Everybody
always
who travels, make sure you guys get us pictures, because we definitely want to
highlight that.
vicariously live through you.
Yeah. And that was the other thing. One of the ideas that we had is really how we're going to get that social media presence in other states, right? Because Florida and Colorado, we've been dominant in for so long, and with having Nolan and the Carroll and Lieutenant Commander Carroll out there, and even Eric Swanson, it hasn't been easy, but we have feet on the street out there. But what happens when you're in Missouri or you're in St. Louis and all these different places where we're trying to expand, and we are expanding, but you have to reach out to that market that maybe we're unfamiliar with. And that was one of the things that we've been discussing, is how we can create that effective marketing campaign that works across all state lines. Then there really isn't a border that stops us.
We have a lot of investors in Missouri, and some of them have really stepped up. Some of them are actually family members. So the great thing is we do have roots there, and also the distributor, they are excellent, and they are trying to sell Yolo Rum, and they're doing a great job selling Yolo Rum. Other markets, it's a lot more challenging because we don't have as many people that we know. We don't, the distributors, we can never really count on them to really get that pull through for the sales of the product. So that's, those are challenges to where really digitally we can really even things up a lot.
And the
on that
affiliate
digital
program is key.
And the affiliate program is absolutely critical to that. And then, we're still trying to roll out our Google
campaign
thing. And
yep.
I don't want to jinx us, but we have, we're constantly working on getting to where we need to go on that. I really feel like everything happens when it's supposed to happen. And even today, being able to have the content that we would need to really sustain a campaign like that just evolved today. And so being able to, really sustain these programs, and it's not get on there and, we're a flash in the pan, like we just blow it up a little bit online and then we just kind of disappear like every other rum company that has jumped onto the scene really in the last 10 years. And now I'm going to see some people have some success. I think that rum is in a better place. I think people are using social media. If people have
because I would say that when we were doing the liquor stores and the locations and we were promoting it, and we're like, hey, we just made this video for you. That was what, 2015, 2016, 2017. And so they just did not value it or understand what that potential was. Now more people are understanding that when you get in these locations, just like you did with Missouri, and you're like, hey, we're sugar-free, gluten-free, and we have a digital presence, it makes such an impact on getting us into those shelves.
That's the value that we bring. And so people are just now starting to understand something that we've been doing a long time. But the great thing is that we started doing this. It's not something that we've had to pivot to. This is something that is actually catching up to us right now. And even this digital content, when I offered up the gifts, which, you guys can.
GIFs. Is it GIFs or GIFs?
It's GIFs, man. You got to stop with that GIF. GIF is a peanut butter. Yeah.
Yeah, where's their trademark in that?
It's GIF. But if you check out Giphy and Yolo Rum, or you even go to Google and type Yolo Rum GIF into the search bar, you guys will see like the digital content we're putting out there. That's another really exciting thing that we have going on. We've had over 500 views on our gifts. 500. No.
Yeah,
I'm
get
sorry.
that number right.
5 million views on our gifts. And so we're really hijacking the word YOLO, and we're going to be using YOLO a lot, and we own YOLO. We have our federal trademark. That's something that we all need to be proud of. That's a gigantic piece of intellectual property, but putting it out there, and we're the ones that are creating all these gifts for football season, for soccer, for baseball, and then
Just
these are the
life in
gifts that
general,
are
yeah.
getting downloaded. And honestly, the YOLO gifts that were out there have been around for like 10 years, and they're all the same ones. And it's awesome because we're seeing the Yolo Rum gifts break into the most trending gifts in the world. And it really is a hack to all Androids and all iOS, all iPhones, because we're not paying a single penny for that
And you get
exposure,
exposure
and
on
we're
that.
putting our brand out there. But we're really the only brand that really is YOLO. Like I can't think of, like, Coors can't do that because it's Coors. Like, who cares? Like, it's Coors, and that's what I've always said. Like, we're YOLO, and YOLO is like the international way to say cheers.
Scott had a good question, especially because this happened before COVID, and we have someone. Let's see, Leanne wanted to get here and ask you a question. So, Scott, we're going to answer your question because his was a good one about the commercial we filmed 2 years ago and what's going on with that. But Leanne wanted to jump in here. She's got a
Hi, Leanne.
Leanne, can you hear
Hi.
us?
Yeah.
How are
Can you
you?
hear me? How are you?
We
I'm
can.
actually
How are you
getting over
doing?
a
It's great to talk
cold.
to you.
I'm good. I got COVID cold, just a regular cold.
Oh, you got a cold.
Yeah, I have a cold, so I sound.
Oh no.
Is right. The doctor says that you can drink YOLO. No, that they said it doesn't. It doesn't fight a cold. YOLO doesn't fight a cold. Maybe in the future. we'll
It's all
YOLO
good.
cough medicine for you. We'll get the trademark for that. But you had a few questions or ideas. Do you want to shoot one of those Uncle Phil's way and see if he can answer it?
Yeah. So, have you guys thought about doing like a mojito night to try and bring in some promote it?
Say that one more time. A mojito. Say that again.
Like where it's all yellow drink, mojitos, anything,
Oh, like
anything
anything
related.
YOLO. Have you like a YOLO themed party?
Right.
I guess we haven't really thought of that at all. That's not a bad idea if we can get like make a bunch of different drinks that involve YOLO rum. What do you think, Uncle Phil?
Oh, I think that's a great idea. I think that, I mean, you were looking at that venue. I think that that's something that we need to do. Maybe, I know that everybody gets really
No.
busy, for the holidays. Maybe we do something like right
Can you hear me?
between like Thanksgiving and Christmas.
Yeah. We can hear you. Can you hear us? Oh no,
Are you there?
Leanne. Yeah, are you there, Houston? Are you there, Leanne? Can you hear us? Well, we heard her question. I know that she was breaking up and had a tough signal there, but yeah, I think having a rum themed party is super good, especially to have. Here she is. See if we can pull her back in. I think a rum themed party is a great idea because then you could have the YOLO rum and Coke, and you could have a mojito, and you could have YOLO straight, and even maybe a taste test to be like, hey, compare this rum to another rum. Like that's a really good idea.
I agree 100%. And we were just talking about
I'm
that.
thinking just a YOLO theme, like only YOLO rum. It's all YOLO drinks, those and pineapple and
Yeah,
YOLO.
just YOLO rum. Yeah,
Anything
forget
YOLO.
comparing it.
Yeah, I do
I
love
like
that.
Leanne's idea.
My idea is out. We don't need any of those bad rums in there. Well, thanks, Leah. I think make sure we have a bad connection here, Leah, but make sure that you reach out to Sam and that we keep this communication going, even if it's in the investors group for Facebook or if you email Sam at sam.h@yolorum.com. Let's make sure that we can kind of keep that idea going and see if we can make that actually happen. Because with I'm from Denver, we have some locations that we were looking at downtown in a partnership out there to where we might be able to have an investor party there potentially and make that a YOLO rum themed
I think that's
party.
what we need to do, and then have Mars come out, and then we're just mixing YOLO rum drinks. But she does just amazing. She's an amazing mixologist, so it'd be great to have a couple mixologists come out and just have YOLO rum, however many ways that anybody wants to order it.
So good
Right.
idea, Leanne. We're going to do it.
Sweet. That sounds great. I'm glad I could help.
Well, thank
Yeah,
you. Thank you for getting in and jumping on with us. We love hearing from you, and make sure you're always commenting like you always do. And we'll make this idea of yours a reality.
Hope you feel better, Leanne.
Yeah, feel better
Okay.
too.
Thanks.
Take 2 shots in the morning and then 2 shots in that. No, that's.
I'd suggest just the 2 shots at night.
2 shots at night.
Unless you work third
Okay.
shift, don't do that. Don't do that.
Okay.
Bye,
I'm doing
Leanne.
one right now.
Oh, perfect. We'll feel better. Bye.
Make a hot toddy out of the Yolo rum. There's nothing
wrong with that.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that. So to Scott Farmer's question, we filmed the commercial 2 years ago before COVID-19, literally before COVID-19. Are we ever going to use that commercial?
Oh my gosh, that
Loaded
content
question.
is just ageless.
Dare you say it's YOLO gold?
It is YOLO gold. It's definitely marketing gold. We still have it just sealed up. There's been a lot of times where, where WIGNZ has petitioned to like, why do we have it if we're not going to use it?
Like literally had a picket sign out front of YOLO Rum.
Because it's tempting to dig into that. But I think that once we kind of open that up, and like right now we have, like just today, some things came together for us to where we're going to be able to use a lot of that in a very creative way, but it's going to be exciting. It's a huge piece of intellectual property. And when you talk about it, and we would talk about it, even pre-COVID, nobody really understood what it was, but now people are starting to understand. And Scott, you've been watching us and helping us and a part of what we have going on. And I mean, you've been a big part of what we have going on, but really seeing where we started and, we have that in the vault, and we spent a lot of money on that. And we got the best. Like that production was amazing. Like it was a full Hollywood production.
Oh, it's a real deal with Hollywood producers, and although I was a Hollywood, can you call me a Hollywood director?
After that, absolutely. Like that was, and people will see, and we have we just have
you'll see
so much stuff from that, but we really want to make sure that when we do put that out, that
there's a director's cut. When we put it out, there's a director's cut.
Well, we're saving it for that Google campaign.
Yeah.
So we want to make sure that we come out fresh, that we have a lot of content.
See, Scott, that was a loaded question. I was trying to throw that your way, Uncle Phil, so that I could have someone else join the picket line with me. I'd be like, we'll work for footage.
We can lobby. It's hard to keep that, to keep that stuff under wraps because it's all
great content,
marketing gold. Like, and even as we talk about things and talk about what we're doing, like the props that we had, like it was just magic. That night was absolute magic. And, thanks to everybody that came out and, supported us down in Fort Lauderdale. That was amazing.
Johnny E., are you getting more distribution partners? Is that, I don't know how to answer it because wouldn't you say Missouri and getting into these other states is more distribution partners?
So we're kind of going as fast as we can go right now because we have a little bit of limited bandwidth. It's just us, but we are always open to new states. Like we're definitely rolling out some new states right now, but with our strategy, we really keep up and we're always looking for good distributors. Like that's, and I mean, that almost is kind of a little bit of an oxymoron a little bit. But that being said, the one that we found in Missouri is, they're just absolutely amazing. So we're always open to we're trying to open up and we're actively opening up new states. Every state's a little bit different. Some states are controlled by the government. Some states make you you sign an agreement with like Georgia, and Georgia, we have a lot of big fans in Georgia. But the problem with Georgia is once you sign a commitment to a distributor, they basically own your brand in that state. So you definitely want to make sure that that is the right distributor that you want to go with in that state. So this is just not a normal business, and it's
well,
easy,
I think that's why the affiliate program is so key. And as we develop that and get that locked in, it's going to be a huge thing for you guys and empower you guys as investors so that you can actually tell people, yeah, this is my rum, and have a subdomain or a website URL that actually is like, yeah, that's mine, and validates what your investment was in this company. And then we all you're helping us sell those bottles is just great all around. And again, Lieutenant Commander Carol, she's in there. She said to our investors, if you're having any parties at your house or at your business, order cases of YOLO rum so that the attendees can experience the smooth. Even in her comments, it's It's great marketing. So they can experience the smooth tasting of Yolo Rum. This is a way for us to reach more users. Once they taste it, they will be requesting Yolo Rum. It's like a written commercial in and of itself.
Well, it's exactly right. And I mean, it really is a grassroots effort. Like, we're just a small company trying to cut our teeth in this gigantic ancient industry. So the way that it's really going to is really going to happen is through parties, and then that personal connection to it. So thank you for adding that, Lieutenant Commander.
So I think that's it. Thank you. Mickey was on there. He was one of the investors that came to the Top Taco and helped us out.
Yeah, thank you, Mickey.
Thank you to everyone that came out there, and thank you for participating in
Jubilee. Congratulations,
Jubilee.
Winning. It's funny. I mean, you did everything.
Wait, what did she win?
The contest to come out to.
That's
Rare.
right. Oh, that's right.
But she was she followed all the instructions, and she did
to
it
a T.
To a T. And so, I mean, congratulations. And you guys always hear us. I mean, thank you for participating, always being on these webinars. It's always great to see you and
talk to everyone. Like, I loved everyone.
everything.
Leanne that jumped in here, John Martinez that jumped in here, Lieutenant Commander Carol, she's watching in and helping us answer those questions that we're not answering. Bruce, Scott, you guys,
Scott, how
Johnny
you been doing,
E,
man?
yeah, you guys,
Johnny.
It's crazy to think, because this is the webinar 18 for us. I even when Sam set this up, I was like, man, are we on webinar 18? It's crazy to think we're on webinar 18, and you guys always jump in with us, and you guys are always involved. And you know what? There was that static point as COVID slowed the whole world down, but the momentum of where we're going next, and what you guys have done for our brand, and being in Missouri, and the Florida connections, and everything that Lieutenant Commander Carol and Nolan are doing, it's very, like you said, it's energy, right? It's just crazy.
I mean, it's a synergy, and it's really coming together. Things are starting to happen for us, and it's a good thing. And it's an amazing, thank goodness we survived COVID. Thank goodness we all survived COVID. But there's a lot of companies that did not survive COVID, and it really is a testament to how nimble we are, that we really made it through that period, that rough period, and things are starting to open up for us.
And there's only one word that can surmise all of that.
YOLO.
Thank you, guys. We appreciate you guys. We're going to get those affiliate links together. Jubilee just says, I want to put in the work too. Just join the Facebook group, YOLO. So
right on, Jubilee.
The affiliate thing is a big deal for us as we're in Missouri and getting the advertising and marketing out there to appeal to everyone. Again, Lieutenant Commander was right. Buy.yolorum.com. You don't have to wait for that affiliate link to start ordering Yolo Rum cases. I believe if you buy 3, you get the 4th case for free, and there's no shipping on that, right? So as Halloween parties come around, Thanksgiving comes around, you're trying to buy gifts for everyone and figure out what those gifts are. I mean, you basically can order 4 cases and have 24 bottles of rum that you can give out as gifts to everyone, and then tell them to buy more. And then you get a gift for giving a gift.
It really is it's the snowball effect. It's an avalanche. It's going downhill. It's getting that momentum we really need to get right now, and it really show that pull through to the liquor stores so that we can get that shelf space.
Hey, you know what? We didn't pull this out, and I wanted to, because my story and with Yolo is Phil literally pulled this bottle out for me, and this is what is that? It's written in Spanish, or what's on this side of the bottle?
So this is the very, 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 very first bottle of Yolo Rum Gold in the sample bottle from Don Pancho. So yes, we're sitting here in front of our rum collection. We have this rum collection so that we can basically tell everybody, hey, you could try any rum out here, and it's Yolo Rum is better than all the rums that we have here.
But you specifically poured that in a glass and said, hey, I want you to help with the digital marketing 10 or 12 years ago. And you're all, I don't want you to answer until you try the rum. And that literally was what he said. And he poured it into a glass like this. And
it's a very, 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 very special bottle. That bottle was passed from Don Pancho to my wife. And basically he told her at that time, this is the standard that all rum should be held to in Spanish. And so that bottle is it has a lot of sentimental value. It's funny, it has like a blue screw on top and some just Avery labels stuck on it, and the bottle's not too pretty, but that really represents where it all started. So we have that here with our collection, and there's just very, 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 very little of it left. And you were one of the very lucky people to try that.
Before it was even
when
out
I brought
here.
that back from Panama to the United States, and I mean, it was so treasured because now we have I have a big bottle sitting in front of me, and I've got 3 more bottles sitting behind me, but at that time, that was all that existed.
So technically,
in the world.
that's aged 20 years, right? If you're thinking that you
Well,
gave
yeah,
10 years ago,
10 years in
of
a
that,
glass
yeah.
bottle, yeah, for sure.
Well, I just thought it was cool to bring that out. It's a whole history piece of Yolo Rum, and like you said, we compare all the other rums to know that we are the best in the world, and you guys are the best team in the world. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, we wanted to open up our doors and let everybody into the Yolo Rum office. For everybody that hasn't been here before, this is where we sit, we powwow, right? Actually, at this desk right here, we'll sit here and we will powwow, and that's where we come up with all of our good ideas. That's where we, kind of try to figure out what we're going to do. We have our teams meeting with the lieutenant commander, but everything happens right here where we're sitting right now. And we thought that we would give you guys a different view. We're always in our little mini studio next door, but WIGNZ thought it was a good idea that we broadcast or record
stream
stream.
Right
I
here,
mean, stream live. That's what I mean.
We're live, baby. We're not recording. We're live.
But we are recording
baby.
too, aren't we?
Yeah, no, we are. Travis Hayward, he gave the flex signs and then get some of your Yolo Rum into the Stanley Cup. Oh my gosh, that is a great idea. I think we're just going to end right now because I think we could just keep.
If anybody knows an avalanche, let us know. We'd love to pour some Yolo Rum in the Stanley Cup.
Yeah, who wrote that down? I'm gonna track you down right now. Get Teresa Robles said that. So Teresa, it's on you to make a connection.
Yeah, exactly.
You just assigned yourself
McKinnon
up for that.
or something?
Yeah. You just signed yourself up for that. Although we should send him a box of Yolo because he just signed a contract extension.
Oh yeah, that guy's
for like
8 years. Don't worry about that guy.
Yeah, let's celebrate.
Don't worry about the Avs. The Avs are going to be amazing next year. So I mean, yeah, we've got to get some Yolo Rum in the Stanley Cup. That would be amazing.
She says she's on it, so we'll see what happens. So thank you guys again for watching. We appreciate you all. Comments, ideas, any suggestions, make sure you follow us in that Yolo Rum Investors group or send Sam an email, sam.h@yolorum.com. We had a great webinar. I mean, this is almost an hour right here, and we were on time like some bosses today.
Good job. Good job, WIGNZ. Thank you guys for participating. We appreciate it.
Any last questions? Love the view, Jubilee. 3, 2, 1. We're out.